Hello everyone, I'm Keen47, aka Wolfkeen, and welcome to another edition of a Wolf's Word special. Long story short, the VGX sucked, that's it, good night, take care. No, I can't leave you like that. I can't leave you guys like that. I can't leave it at that. I gotta explain. Okay. Now I know you're about to ask me, what the heck is the VGX? Y'all know the Spike Video Game Awards, right? Well, they decided to start this new thing called the VGX, which is known as the next generation of video games. That seems to be the concept for this year, next generation. So now they're deciding, let's move on to the next generation of video game awards. Yeah! Alright, fine. We can do that. Considering how badly I've hated the Spike VGAs, last year I talked about the Spike VGAs in my Spike Video Game Awards retrospect, which you can watch. You can go watch my last year video about the Spike VGAs, and you know I really did not like the VGAs all that much. The VGX just annoyed the crap out of me. Like, there was a lot annoying me about the VGX. So, I'm going to get into each and every detail. I watched the VGX a little late, but I did catch most of the important parts. The first things were the hosts of the VGX, Jeff Keighley and Joel. A lot of people know from me, I do not like Jeff. I don't like Jeff. But I feel like he was the better host in this show. Because this guy Joel, who was co-hosting with Jeff Keighley, oh my god, is the dumbest idiot of all time. Like, half of his jokes, actually all of his jokes went nowhere. Like, he would make jokes about clams and stuff like that. I don't understand any bit of his humor. Like, I don't understand his humor. Angry Joe said it perfectly. He said he's like a guy in his basement. He's making basement guy jokes. That's the kind of jokes he's making. He's making the kind of jokes a jock would make to a nerd just to hurt his self-esteem. I don't know what he was doing. Like, half of his jokes were so stupid, and half the time, I was like, shut the f*** up! That's what I was saying over and over again to this guy Joel. I was saying, shut the f*** up and never come back. He was annoying the piss out of me. I mean, hosts have gotten me upset in shows, but Joel was a special case. I mean, his humor was so ball-bustingly stupid. I know humor is subjective. I know this, guys. I know humor is subjective, but his humor was just so dumb. It wasn't even dry humor. It was, I don't know what it was. I don't have the best word to describe it. But anyways, I feel like Jeff got a better laugh out of me. I may not like Jeff Keighley all that much, but he got me to laugh. He got me to, you know, understand what he was saying, and I actually liked his commentary. Joel, on the other hand, annoyed the piss out of me. It was so freaking bad, Joel speaking half the time. I hope the next time they do a VGX, they don't have Joel come back. Get him out of here. Like, put him on the wayside. No, kick him to the curb. No, fire him from breathing, as a matter of fact. I don't care. Just don't have him again, please. I don't mind Jeff Keighley coming back, but not him. Please. Not Joel. Don't bring him back. Okay. Now, the concept of the show being the next generation of video game awards. I don't mind that idea because, well, things need to evolve. Like, everything needs to evolve. This is what I tell people all the time. As time progresses, you need to evolve with the changing day and age. This is what I've said about games like Call of Duty and stuff like that. If you don't change with the changing demographic and the changing day and age, you're not going to do well in this industry. So the idea of them doing the next generation of game awards, I was like, alright, let's see what you got. So let's get into some of the stuff they talked about. One of the first things I caught that they talked about was Tales from the Borderlands. Now, I know what you're about to ask me. What is that? Tales from the Borderlands is basically an episodic game being made by Telltale Games and Gearbox. It's basically going to be an episodic adventure talking about some of the other stories that's happened in the Borderlands. Honestly, I like this idea because I've always had this idea of maybe Gearbox making an MMO Borderlands or something like that, you know, or allowing you to create your own characters. This would kind of satisfy one of my ideas of being able to learn about other stories in Borderlands, because I like Borderlands. I like the mythos of Borderlands. I like the look of Borderlands. I love the characters of Borderlands. So the fact that they're going to be doing an episodic adventure about Borderlands, about other characters who are not Vault Hunters, I think that's going to be pretty cool. I think that's going to be a pretty cool concept. So yeah, I'm hoping Telltale and Gearbox can do this. The next game that they showed that I saw, Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. Now, Tomb Raider Definitive Edition is supposed to be the next generation launch of Tomb Raider for the, the new Tomb Raider that came out this year. It's supposed to be the the next gen re-release for the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4. So this is supposed to be a remake of the Tomb Raider game that came out this year for next generation consoles. A port, basically. I actually like this idea because the game looks absolutely stunning on PC. If you watch Total Biscuits, WTF Is, or some other people playing Tomb Raider on PC, you would see that the graphics on the PC version of Tomb Raider look absolutely amazing. On PS3, the graphics look great, but on PC, they look stunning. Like, it's amazing how good it looks. And it looks like they've added a few new things to Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. So, let's hope it goes well. Next they talked about was Best Action Adventure Game. Now, I do remember some of the nominees for this. They had The Last of Us, they had Assassin's Creed 4, and they had Grand Theft Auto 5. What was their choice? Assassin's Creed 4. I have not played Assassin's Creed 4, so I can't really give an opinion, but is Assassin's Creed 4 really better than The Last of Us and Grand Theft Auto 5? You have to ask yourself that question a little bit. I mean, I know I'm sounding a little biased because I love The Last of Us, but I don't know. I really can't base an opinion because I haven't played Assassin's Creed 4. A lot of people told me Assassin's Creed 4 is better than 3, which I'm hoping it is. When I get a chance to play it, I'll do it. Next, they did Best Sports Game. And this one was where I started calling bullshit on the awards show. Best Sports Game went to NBA 2K14. I may not play sports games, but I know for a fact FIFA 14 is the second best selling game of this year. As a matter of fact, of all time, possibly. Grand Theft Auto 5 made $800 million in its first day of sales. FIFA, I don't quite remember how much they made, but they made quite a lot to be the second most selling game this year, and probably, of this year. And then third was Call of Duty Ghosts. So honestly, how does a game like FIFA, the second best selling game this year, lose to NBA? Like, honestly, how? I want to know. Then we finally see some actual gameplay, gameplay of Quantum Break, which I've been wanting to see forever. They showed us Quantum Break at the Xbox One reveal, and then they showed us Quantum Break at E3. None of it was with gameplay, just a cutscene. Now they finally give us an idea of the gameplay. Apparently, time is kind of broken in Quantum Break. Okay, it is broken because things will reverse in time, freeze in time, jump forward in time. Basically the end of time, as the developers have talked about. You play as two characters who can basically manipulate time in certain aspects, and the main bad guy can also manipulate time. So there are many aspects that, work in this kind of favor. Quantum Break is a third-person action shooter. So it's not like the other games like Heavy Rain and stuff like that. It's an action game. It's a real action game. It's an action third-person shooter. Each of the characters have special time abilities, like you can freeze time and run up on your opponent and other stuff like that. I mean, there's a lot of cool things about Quantum Break. I really am going to support Quantum Break when it comes out. Next is South Park: The Stick of Truth, which they did a world premiere for. It was cool, but we didn't get to see much. All we saw was this weird ability that you get in South Park: The Stick of Truth. Like, this guy was rounding up a fart in his hand and then tossing it at his opponents. I don't keep up with South Park, so I wouldn't be able to give a good opinion on this. It just looked weird in my eyes, but maybe that's the norm of South Park. I'm not going to talk about it. Then, for some strange reason, they decided to do Game of the Year early. And this is going to blow your mind, guys. Game of the Year went to Grand Theft Auto 5. I don't disagree with this, but I don't quite agree with it. Because Grand Theft Auto 5, unfortunately, does have a few problems with it. I'm going to do a review of Grand Theft Auto 5. I mean, I don't disagree that Grand Theft Auto 5 didn't deserve... I do think it did deserve Game of the Year, but considering The Last of Us, I don't know. I'm mixed about this choice. I will do a review of Grand Theft Auto 5 later down the line, so you'll understand my honest opinions about it. But I'm just a little stunned that it got Game of the Year. That's about it. But then again, there was a lot of indication that it would get Game of the Year. And I'll talk about that later. Next, they showed us some more Destiny gameplay. Showing us some new locales, some new weapons, and some new abilities. It was pretty cool. I actually want to play Destiny. Can't wait for the beta. Then we got Broken Age, which is really hard to talk about. Broken Age looks like another one of those point-and-click narrative games. You know how like those old-school narrative games and stuff like that, like Sam and Max and stuff like that? Well, Broken Age kind of looks like that, and it also has like a weird art style, like Coraline or Nightmare Before Christmas, something like that. I don't know. I don't really know much about it, besides that Elijah Wood is the voice actor of the male character. That's about it. So I can't really talk about it. The Division. The Division, they didn't really give us much gameplay, unlike the E3 trailer, but they showed us the new Snowdrop, the Snowfall, I think it was called Snowdrop or Snowflake Engine? I forgot what it was called. I think it was Snowflake Engine. Basically, they were showing us how realistic the destructibility is, the lighting effects and other stuff like that, and how day and night is transitioned seamlessly with the lighting effects, like stuff like that. It looked good. It looked really good, The Division. It looked really good. So I can't really lie and say that The Division didn't look good. It did look good. So now we have the best independent game, Gone Home. I've never played Gone Home, so I really can't give an opinion on that one. As a matter of fact, a lot of the independent games besides the Stanley Parable, I've never even heard of. So I really can't give much opinion. Now we move on to another game being made by Telltale. Game of Thrones by Telltale Games. I don't watch Game of Thrones, but I know for a fact how bad the Game of Thrones game did. The RPG game. So maybe Telltale can do it. I mean, they did a good Back to the Future game. They did a Jurassic Park game. They did an excellent The Walking Dead game. And The Wolf Among Us is looking to be pretty good too with the first episode. So that's another game they're adding to their roster. They're adding Tales from the Borderlands, and now they're adding Game of Thrones. Let's hope Telltale doesn't mess things up, huh? What else is there? No Man's Sky. Holy crap. For a Kickstarter game, it looks good. I think No Man's Sky was a Kickstarter game, but it looks really good. It looks really good. The art style reminds me a little bit of Mirror's Edge. Actually, matter of fact, it reminds my friend Headshot You Tight a little bit of Mirror's Edge. And he was the one who brought it to me. I was like, yeah, you're right. It does look like Mirror's Edge. And it's a flight simulator in many cases, but you can also walk around. I'm kind of wondering what the walking around aspects are like, since, you know, they showed a flat aspect and they also showed a walk around aspect. Visually, it looks amazing. Like, it doesn't need to be realistic. It's not realistic. It looks very cartoonish in many ways, but it looks good cartoonish. So, I don't know. We'll have to see when it comes out. Next game, Dying Light. I've been hearing a lot about Dying Light, and this is the first thing I've seen of Dying Light. My honest opinion, it looks like Dead Island mixed with Mirror's Edge. Because it has the same kind of combat system like Dead Island. You know, like swinging at your opponents, breaking limbs, cracking skulls and stuff like that. Different kinds of weapons you can use. It has the same look and feel of Dead Island, but it has like some really cool moves like Mirror's Edge. Like you can climb on buildings, you can vault zombies. Like you can actually run up on a zombie, vault over his head and jump over them. Slide. You can do slides. You can do jump kicks and stuff like that. It reminds me of Dead Island mixed with Mirror's Edge. And they showed a nighttime trailer of PewDiePie playing it. PewDiePie played it at nighttime, and oh my god, it looks pretty bad to be out at night in Dying Light. So that's definitely a game I definitely want to check out. Too bad Dying Light's not coming out till like 2015. I know. Boo-hoo. It's sad, I know. Yeah, that was a bad joke. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that one. Oh, God. Joel's making me do bad jokes now. No! Alright, let me stop before I lose all credibility. Alright, now they showed us a world premiere of Thief. It looks good. Like, really good. I've not played the previous Thieves game. My only gaming experience that plays sort of like Thief is Dishonored. And I like Dishonored. So a lot of people are saying I'm going to like Thief. So we'll have to see what happens. Thief looks good. I like the story trailer. I like the idea of it. So there's not much to it because they didn't really get much information in. So, we'll have to see. Next, Best Shooter. And this is going to turn some heads. BioShock Infinite. I can't really state an opinion because I haven't played BioShock Infinite yet, but I don't know. I know Call of Duty didn't do very well. And I know Battlefield is buggy as hell. So I really can't say yes or no. I can only say, okay. I mean, all I can say is, okay. That's really all I can say. Okay. Character of the Year. I think they only had 3 characters chosen for Character of the Year this time around, at least to my knowledge. They had Lara Croft, they had the Lettuce twins from BioShock Infinite, and they had the 2 brothers from Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. The winner, the Lettuce twins. I may not have played BioShock Infinite, but I definitely know who they are. I like their personality. I like their design. They are funny. And they play off of each other very well. Almost like a, what's the word? Like, you know how they talk to each other, and it's almost like they're agreeing with each other? It's like, I told you we would win. Like, yes, you were right indeed. You were indeed right, we would win. Like, you know, that kind of conversation. I don't know what's that called. Maybe someone could comment on that one. You know, tell me what it's called. But I like that kind of style of talking. It just sounds very natural to them. At least in my opinion. Next was The Witcher 3, which was a world premiere. I have not played any of the Witcher games. As a matter of fact, my sister played The Witcher 2, and I could show you this. It's on my keychain. I've never shown you this, I'm pretty sure. I have the Witcher logo. You know, the Witcher symbol, I guess it's called. I don't know what this is, but she gave that to me, which is from the Witcher 2 Collector's Edition. And, my sister said after playing The Witcher 2 without playing The Witcher 1, she was completely confused. So I'm guessing in order for you to understand the Witcher series, you have to play all of the Witcher games. So I'm probably going to have to go back and play the first and second The Witcher in order for me to understand the Witcher series. So, can't say much about Witcher 3. Studio of the Year. Naughty Dog. Finally, they do something right. I swear to God, besides all the world premieres, this is the one and only thing they've done right. I mean, seriously. Game of the Year felt a little off. Some of the awards felt a little off. Studio of the Year, they gave it to Naughty Dog. Thank God they gave it to Naughty Dog, because I really feel like they deserved it. Like, I really feel like Naughty Dog deserved it this year with their game, The Last of Us. I know a lot of people are saying I'm being biased to The Last of Us. I'm not. I'm trying not to be biased to The Last of Us, but considering everything, I feel like Naughty Dog deserved it a lot more. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know what to explain. Maybe I am being biased. I don't know. If I am being biased, then I can't say much, alright? But, I don't know. I don't know. The only other companies they had up there was the one who made Gone Home and Rockstar North. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know, guys. I'm sorry. If I'm being biased, I'm sorry. Alright? And plus, I think we've all been biased at least towards one thing or another. So it's not like I'm being completely... But the thing is, I'm trying not to be biased. I'm really trying not, but I'm failing horribly. I can admit that. Next. Titanfall. They decided to give us a premiere at the Robotic Studios in Titanfall, which showed us a brand new Titan in Titanfall called the Ogre. The Ogre is basically this big buff robot that has very heavy guns, heavy armor, and can beat the living hell out of minor robots. Like, I saw this guy rip the arm off of a normal Titan robot and then smash him with it. That's cool. That reminds me of tanks from Battlefield. See, this is what I mean. Titanfall is like Battlefield in some senses. You got different kinds of vehicles to use for any kind of situation. So you've got the Titans, you've got Ogres, and they did another world premiere, which I will say it right now, which was another robot, the Strider. The Strider basically is very fast, very quick, and can dodge attacks. Like, I saw a Strider go up against a regular Titan and just do, like, this crazy sidestep right behind the wall to dodge the rockets. Like, that is pretty cool. I'm loving that they showed us more Titans for Titanfall, because Titanfall looks like it's going to be a very good game. Maybe I'll play it on PC. I don't know. I have to get an opportunity to play it on PC, which is unfortunate. I'm just checking something real quick. There we go. And then they wanted to end the VGX on a final note. A concert of Grand Theft Auto 5. This is why I said I feel like they were showing some favoritism to Grand Theft Auto 5. Because not only do you give Grand Theft Auto 5 Game of the Year, you do a whole freaking concert for them. Do you notice that sometimes in the VGAs, they show favoritism to like certain games and stuff like that? They kind of like show like a certain favoritism to certain games. I feel like that's what happened at the VGX. They showed like favoritism to Grand Theft Auto 5 because they were talking about it heavily. And I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like the rap artists they had up there. I'm not a big fan of rap anymore. I used to be when I was younger. I used to listen to Biggie Smalls and all that kind of stuff. But the rappers they had on stage, I didn't really like too much, and I just didn't like the way they flowed with the music. I feel like the original rappers of the original songs in Grand Theft Auto 5 were better compared to the rappers that they chose to do the songs. My honest opinion, just a basic opinion. Overall, what do I think about the VGX? I don't like it. I do not like the VGX Awards. To be honest, the VGX, while it did do a good thing by showing us more world premieres, they just had a lot of filler. They had a really lot of filler. Like, this is something I forgot to mention. They had 4 appearances from 4 different gaming areas. First was from Smosh Games, which I'm a member of Smosh Games Alliance. Look, guys, I'm a member of Smosh Games Alliance, and I'm going to say this. Besides the Half-Life 3 joke in some cases, it wasn't very funny. It wasn't very funny. I've seen funnier stuff from them before, and I just felt like, besides the Gabe Newell joke and the Half-Life 3 confirmed joke, it wasn't really funny, Smosh Games. And this is coming from a Smosh Games Alliance member. I'm not hating Smosh Games. I'm just saying that part wasn't funny. I'm allowed to say that, right? I'm allowed to, say that something wasn't funny. I'm one of those people that, will tell you the truth. It wasn't very funny, but I didn't hate it. Then they had these guys from Mega 64. Before you guys jump on me, if you watch Mega 64, hear my opinion. I don't know who they are. I really don't know who they are. I've never heard of them. I've never watched them. I don't get into all these famous YouTubers. I didn't really get their joke. At first. They were just doing like a satire of a video game award, just throwing out awards that make no sense and bashing stuff. Like, here's a good example. Let me go get it. Like, I think it was called Console That Doesn't Deserve to Exist, the Ouya! I didn't get it at first. I won't lie. But then when I actually got the joke, I was like, oh, shit. Like, I actually got it. Like, I know what they were trying to do there. Like, I do understand what they were trying to do there. So, some of their jokes fell flat for me, but others got me. Like, no lie. Mega 64 did get a laugh out of me, so good job for them for doing that. And they even explained it was satire. That's not how they normally act. At least I hope not. Get me? Like, at least I hope not. That's not how they act. But they said, you know, there was a tweet saying that was a satire, not their actual, you know, personality at times. That's understandable. People are allowed to do satire. Hell, I've done satire. So, you know, we're allowed to go a little outside our comfort zone. So, I did get their joke. I did get some of their jokes. Others I did not. So, half and half for me. And before you guys say, you hate Mega 64, I don't know who they are. How am I going to hate someone if I don't know who they are? Jeff Keighley, I know who he is. PewDiePie, I know who he is. So I can base my opinion. But Mega 64, I don't know who he is. I don't know who, okay, it's not he, it's they. I don't know who they are. So I really can't say, you know, I hate them or like them. I have to watch more. Maybe I will watch more after this video. I'll check out some of their other videos, and then I could probably base an opinion on them. But until then, I'm just basing my opinion on the joke that they, the satire joke that they did. And honestly, it's half and half for me. So, that's how I feel about that segment. Then they had this other segment where they were talking about two people who are rivals to each other for Donkey Kong. You know, the original Donkey Kong arcade game? Basically, this guy has the world record of around like 1,130 something. And this guy has the 10th highest score in the world. I think he had the 10th highest, or was it the 3rd highest? I think it was the 3rd highest. Basically, this guy is like in his 30s or something like that. He looks like an old person. He looks like a casual person. He doesn't look like, you know, someone you would expect to be a gamer. Then, you know, saying that he is the world record holder. Then you have someone who is muscle bound, works out every day, and other stuff like that, and says, "This is the image of a gamer." I like that, though. It's kind of showed, like, two different perspectives. It showed, like, two different perspectives of, get me, like, two different perspectives. You had the casual, and you had the work alcoholic in some cases. I'm not calling them that, though. You get what I mean. I like the fact that they were rivals to each other. They were polar opposites in every way possible. And I like this idea because it just made them seem more believable. And I like that. That was cool. And, of course, it showed their little gaming competition with each other when they finally did go face-to-face for another Donkey Kong game. So, you know, the Donkey Kong arcade game, when they went up against each other to see who can get the world record. I like that. That was cool. That was a cool little gamer story. I wish they did more of that. You know, if the VGX did more of that kind of stuff, I'd be interested. Because that was the kind of stuff that, damn it, there was a show on G4 TV that used to do this kind of stuff. You know, they used to do, like, gamer-related stories and stuff like that. I forgot what the show was called. Damn it! I wish I remembered. But, you know what I'm talking about, hopefully. There was this show on, back when it was called Tech TV, where they talk about gaming stories and stuff like that. So, you know, gamers' stories and stuff like that, how they got to here and all that. I wish, maybe if they do more of that, I'd be interested a lot more in the show, because I kind of miss that segment. I kind of miss those segments where we get into a person's gaming life and found out how gaming changed them. So, that'd be interesting if they did that. And then finally, the last thing they showed was PewDiePie playing Dying Light after showing the Dying Light world premiere. It was cool. I may not be a big fan of PewDiePie. Don't you dare jump on me, PewDiePie fans. I don't hate him. I don't. I just don't watch his content. That's it. Get me? Like, we're allowed to say who we watch and who we don't watch. I mean, I respect him heavily. I mean, he is the #1 subscribed channel on YouTube. At least I think he is at the moment. He's a very respectable person. I've seen his real life, character. I've seen him in real life. Not, seen him in real life. Like, physically saw him. But I've seen how he acts in real life, and I do like it. And, some of his gameplay is okay. I've seen his Outlast gameplay. It was kind of cool. I've seen him play Outlast. That was cool. I don't watch much of him, though. I don't watch too much of him. I'm not one of the bros, as he says. I think that's what he calls his viewers. I'm not one of the bros. So, that's something being honest. When I saw his Dying Light gameplay, it looked interesting, and I'm probably going to go back to the website and check out his full Dying Light gameplay. Because it was broken up into like a 5-minute section, where it looked like he played for, like, I don't know, 20 minutes or something like that. I got to go back and watch that. But anyways, I like that segment. It was cool. I definitely like his personality there. And it definitely seemed like a kind of reaction I would have if I was playing Dying Light. So, that was cool enough to add. Overall, what are my thoughts on the Spike VGX? Why do I keep saying that, Spike? It's just the VGX. Get it right! Alright, what do I think about the VGX? I didn't like it all that much. Don't get me wrong, I didn't hate it, but considering everything, it was a little... I don't know what to say, but I really do feel like that they're kind of declining in some cases. The Spike VGAs were okay last year, although there was a bit of BS in it. But the Spike VGS kind of like fell down a little bit. Yes, they added more world premieres, but they had too much filler. They had a lot of talking going on. Yes, it was with developers, but a lot of the other talking that was going on was unnecessary in many areas. Maybe if they got rid of some of the unnecessary conversations and some of the unnecessary jokes that this guy Joel made, maybe they could have squeezed in a bit more. Because I kind of wish they had more awards, like the earlier Spike VGAs. I mean, Spike VGAs before had most innovative game, most original score. What else is there? What else is there besides that? Most anticipated game. That would have been a good category, unless they did have that and I missed it. Like best game for a certain console. That would have been a good concept. Like best PS3 game, best Xbox 360 game, best Wii U game, and stuff like that. That would have been cool to have, because they used to have those kind of awards at earlier award shows. Like, I don't know. I really feel like they needed to do more. This didn't really feel more like an award show. It kind of felt lacking in many areas. Hell, the Machinima award show did better. I didn't watch much of the Machinima award show, but it was good. Really good. They had good award premieres, good award categories, good award choices, and great personality in their stage. Like, on the stage, they were doing some great personality. Like, this guy was like, hey, we got an award here. Who wants it? Hey, I'm Troy Baker. Do you want it? No, you have like 30 of them. You can't carry all these awards by yourself. You're going to end up breaking your back. How about this guy? He's Polish. How about we give it to this guy? Like, over here. And, you know, kind of like that. That was good joking. Like, that was good, like, references and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. If you want to if you want to be a good host, you got to learn how to use humor properly. So, overall, the Spike VGX... Stop saying Spike, you idiot! And yes, I'm talking to myself. What do I think about the Spike V... Stop it! What do I think about the VGX? I didn't like it. I really hope they improve on it if this is the next generation of video game awards. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to stick to watching Machinima. I think I'm going to stick to watching the Machinima video game awards, because this one was very lackluster. Besides the freaking world premieres, this show was lackluster in a lot of cases. So let's hope they learn their lesson, and let's hope they actually fix their problems for next year. Because if they screw up again next year, I'm not watching this stuff anymore, and I'm sticking to Machinima. Alright guys, so that's it. Those are my thoughts on the VGX. So, I hope they do better. I'm really sad that they didn't do as good as they could have. If this is the next generation of video game awards, I'm scared. I really am. Because it kind of makes me wonder about our future as gamers. So until next time, I'm Keen47 aka Wolfkeen, and this has been a Wolf's Word special. So until next time, take care.